Howdy, howdy. Just testing this out, seeing if my audio is registering, and it is. It is. It's been a day. But what can I say? It's been a day.
You're saying
Well, let's do it now. Hi,
sure.
everybody. Zoe, I see you're first, reclaiming the title of being first in the chat. That is very excellent. For anybody new that comes in on the replays on this, hi, I'm Adontron, your host for the night. We have Angel and Kim, the film combatants
Hi.
over there.
Hey guys, what's going on?
And yeah, I believe my latency. We shouldn't have too much of a latency on this. Yeah, I lowered this. But who's excited for the Bad Batch episode 2?
Oh, I am.
You are?
Oh yeah.
Kim, did you get a chance to see episode 1?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Twice.
Oh, you watched it twice?
Well, I watched it twice. She watched it once. The first time she fell asleep.
Yeah, well, the first time I fell asleep halfway, and then I went back the next day and finished watching the other half.
Okay. Due diligence.
Yeah.
I like it. She was absorbing the knowledge of the show in REM sleep and getting the audio so she can better recap everything.
Sure,
Yes.
tell yourself that.
I like that.
Whatever helps. Whatever helps you.
Philly Cheese says, what's up to Angel, as well as to everyone else.
What's going on?
What up, Philly? Philly in the house.
Now let's see. So, I have to ask. I'm going to ask this early now. Did you guys catch up on The Tick? We left off on episode 7.
Right. So episode 8, but we may not stay up to watch the rest. even though I want to, but we may not stay up.
It's a very fair point.
But so you can carry it away. So, but I mean, it's still a great show. Rewatching it is just another. It's a great. Not great, but how good it is. It's just wow. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you see it a second time, depending on the show. You love it the first time, but then you see it again.
You don't appreciate it as much.
Or it's not as good. You're like, oh, well, this is okay, but no, this one still holds up in a sense. You see new things happening, or you see things better because you kind of know the story, so you kind of know what to expect. So you see other things.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like in here, and when we watched the first episode twice, you see other things. You also say the same thing for the Mandalorian. When shows are really good, they have so much. You can see much more what you missed the first or second or third time watching it. So
that's fair. Zoe did chime in. She said, "Hello to the Queen, Kim."
Hi, Zoe.
And then also, you can get as much sleep as you need / want, Kim.
Thank you, Zoe.
And what's on the drink roster for tonight?
Oh, well, for me, it's just salsa water, and for her, it's alcohol.
Wine.
It's wine.
Yeah, Pinot Grigio.
I am down to water, and I want to say this is beef, garlic, and just beef, garlic bouillon.
Ooh.
Just like the little cubes. I don't have bone broth.
Right. Was there any? How come you don't have bone broth?
I didn't go and buy some.
Oh, but you need to get it because of for your intestinal walls. So yes, that's what's.
So is that something that I could just get at Publix, like readily?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
You can get bone broth. Yeah, you can get like low sodium, high sodium, whatever things of nature.
It's in your normal soup section.
Yeah, and you can also give it to the dogs too, especially the low or no salt. You can give that to the dogs.
I have never looked for bone broth before. I'll have to check that out.
Yes, it's usually in like the soups or the seasoning section.
Oh, by the way, Philly Cheese, you don't have to apologize. He says he's sorry for being late because Storm was on a special project and took a lot of time. No, man, that's all good.
We got 3 minutes.
Yeah, we're playing on straight at 9:15 anyways.
So
Tell
wait a
your
minute.
brother what we started watching
Oh, not
on
yet.
Netflix.
Why text him that?
Oh.
He did.
But anyway, so I'm looking at the break the episode guide for the Bad Batch, and it says 75 minutes. Are we sure there was not an extra scene somewhere at the end, an extra credit? Because 75 minutes is a long time, and I remember it was just an hour.
I fast forwarded.
It's
Well,
nothing, right?
yeah. Well, remember, I went through and ran the screen to see if there was any scenes, because you can run the mouse around the time
Right.
counter, and we didn't. But Disney Plus has a tendency of having very long credits.
Oh, WandaVision. Yeah.
Exactly. So I wouldn't be
Well,
surprised if the extra minutes were in the credits alone.
right. Well, because I was just saying because the next episode is only 31 minutes.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Let's see. Philly Cheese says, sipping on that jasmine tea. Wait, who has that? Oh, is that what you're sipping on, Philly? The tea. I had jasmine tea. It's actually really good. And then, hello, Stormy. She says hello to everybody.
Hello, Stormy.
Nicholas Clark, barbecue ribs that I cooked in the crock pot this morning, and a Budweiser for me. You lucky
Ooh.
bastard.
Nice.
Nah, you know what? I would kill for some good slow cooked ribs right now.
Doesn't food sound even more tempting now than ever before?
Absolutely.
Oh, the water fasting, yeah.
That's hot.
Is mom doing it?
So
Is mom doing it with you?
no, she's going off it tomorrow. She said
Well, yeah.
because she's going
doing.
to a food festival.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So we just caught the first 3 episodes. Well, I caught the first 3 episodes. She caught the first 2, maybe, of the new Mark Miller series on Netflix, Jupiter's Legacy.
Okay.
Dude, that is very good. That is up. That was on. Well, the first 2 episodes is like in the sense of not as good, but as close to as Invincible.
Those are bold words right now.
Yeah. Well, it's live action, and it's not as in violent or anything like that, but in the sense of storytelling and stuff like that, because they're going right now in the sense of how the story is being told is past and present.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. I gotta be careful how I do that.
So, everybody, in case you haven't figured it out, there's not a cameraman behind the camera for my brother.
Actually, I can do this. Hold up.
He has a camera that has sensors that will recognize and move.
Right. All right. Stay still.
It's like training a new pet.
Yeah, this one's AI, so it
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are you doing? This thing's going crazy now.
So Nicholas Clark, so in his defense, he completely forgot about this stream today, but was first on the gaming stream. He was first on the gaming stream. I gave him his due, but you forgot about us today, the day of the Star Wars and the tick. But I forgive you. It's all good. Oh, he says Jupiter's Legacy is okay. And
Who says okay? No.
Nicholas
good.
Clark.
It's all good.
He wasn't a fan of the acting on the first episode and seems a bit slow. And he's on the fourth episode right now. So he's a little bit further. So that can change an opinion. I've started off with shows where I'm like, this is fantastic. And then as the show progresses, I'm like, we're downgrading to interesting. And then as it finishes, I'm like, I wasted time.
Well, I can just say that also for and the Nevers.
Yeah.
What's that Nevers on? Is that on
HBO? HBO Max.
HBO Max. Yeah, that's from Joss Whedon. I said it before. It's slow as hell. It's just like after 2 episodes, I was like, I'm done. I can't do it. I just like this demographic because this storyline because it's like you have father and son. Just real quick, without giving you spoilers, it's like how the father got his powers, and his son, in a sense of being primed, ready to take over the mantle, kind of thing.
Okay.
So you have that. So you have the past, and the present. Kind of like The Godfather 2, if you ever, in that sense, where they tell two stories at once.
Yeah.
So.
Zoe did ask, is that I think she's asking about the Nevers. She's like, is that with Josh Duhamel? I may have mispronounced that.
No, that's Jupiter's legacy. The guy from Transformers. The Nevers is a story based in England.
Okay.
So.
Fair
all
enough.
right. So 9:18. I'm ready to watch.
I think we've put enough time into it.
Yes.
Oh, she's like, is that how you spell the guy's name? I don't know.
Well, we get it though. We got you.
We knew what you meant. All right, so on
Fergie's husband.
Okay.
Ex.
Fergalicious.
I felt like I just saw a flash. Never mind. Anyways, yes. And if I sound extra raspy to everybody in the chat, I got my second I can't talk now. Vaccination, peoples. So, yay me.
Nicholas Clark.
Nah, we wouldn't hate on you, man. You're good. So, we'll be starting on episode 8 tonight for the tick. But for now, we're going to jump into episode 2 of Star Wars: The Bad Batch.
All right. Can I do it? Can I do it?
The intro?
Yeah.
Yes. I will say this before you get to the intro. If you haven't clicked on the teleparty link, you can click on that now if you want to pull it up, or just pull it up in your Disney Plus or someone else's Disney Plus. Wink, wink.
Right. Just let me know when I can go. But yes, I'm doing the thing because last time it was messed up. So the teleparty thing. Remember we had a little trouble.
Sure. I still have control, but go ahead.
You have control of yours, but I'm saying with me, I'm not using the party link. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. Are we ready, guys? Are we get this ready to go?
Right ahead.
All right. Okay. Guys, welcome to Nerd Tots. I am Angel. This is Kim. And across the screen is Adantron. Guys, we're about to watch The Bad Batch episode 2, Cut and Run. So we're going to have a discussion afterwards. So if you're watching this with us right now, get ready to get amazed. If you're watching us afterwards, you can hit your streamings at 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go for it.
How much you want to bet I'm off by a second or two?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I'm 1 second ahead of you. So.
How dare you?
No, it's probably because I had it loaded up. So.
Oh, good.
I'm not ashamed of this either.
Now I gotta be careful with my hands as the camera go crazy. Don't skip intro.
No.
Yeah, cut and run.
I was just going into full screen because it's what it deserves. I still say Wrecker's my favorite character so far. I like him because he's fun.
Oh, yeah.
I take it she's never been outside.
It kind of reminds me of uh, Lord of the Rings when they go a little too far outside their norm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and when Samwise and Frodo they walk to a point where they have never walked further before. It's kind of like the same thing.
Um, oh, this is for Zoe. Right now, the timestamp I have is 249, 250, 251, 52, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I'm ahead of you.
Ah, damn. But yeah, someone apparently rewound the video when they hit play. They got eyes on Phil.
Who's gonna be?
So this is a deserter that they knew had deserted, but never pursued. Interesting.
Yeah, wondering. He just. Oh, oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember her
No, him.
or him.
He's a clone.
Hmm. Oh yeah, Zoe. Angel knows Lord of the Rings. I know Lord of the Rings too. Not as much though.
I should have the extended versions.
The original Hobbit cartoon on VHS.
Um, Bashki.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean Omega, Zoe? Omega.
Before it was Omega. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. I would spelling check her. I'd be like, Omega or Omega? It's Omega. Learn your name. Oh, Zoe says Lord of the Rings is her peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Oh. So they were approached by Rex. So that goes into my theory that there's something more for Omega.
I'm telling you, I think could be related to. She could be. Relate to Palpatine. Oh, she looks familiar.
As like a barcode. Zoe says the link, if they link this to Ray, she is going to lose her shit.
Oh!
Do you recognize this thing?
I had a toy of him. He was a toy.
No, he. No, he wasn't. But his species was. I know what you're talking about because you gave me the toy. Came down, handed down to me. He was one of the bounty hunters from the scene in Star Wars, the original Star Wars.
He was?
I'm going with a yes.
I thought he was a bar patron.
He may have been a bar patron. I could be wrong.
He was short. Ooh.
Zoe says, see, they said her name right. So is that if they really do make that connection, she's going to get herself a Disney Plus account just to cancel it out of frustration.
No, I don't think it's gonna be about Ray because it's the time frame will not match.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to do is make a clone and see, you know.
I'm making a wager she's force sensitive.
Well, it will make sense, right? If it was Palpatine has powers. Ray was a Palpatine. She had powers.
They should let Hunter handle that.
Rambo.
I mean, Philly Cheese, you're not necessarily wrong. Technically, they say everybody's force sensitive. It's just that how sensitive they are to the force is the, deciding factor.
Mm. That was in episode 1.
Say what?
The handpiece.
Oh,
Handpiece goes back to episode 1, or the prequels. Oops.
they left Lulu behind. Or no, Lula. They left Lula behind.
Notice that his right arm is missing.
Well, yeah, it has the little thing.
I know, but it's like a running theme. Everyone that loses a hand, it's the right hand. Anakin, Mace, Luke.
That's
This,
true. I
this
can't.
guy. It's all. I don't think anyone has lost the left hand. It's all the right hand.
Well, are there any characters that are left-handed in the universe?
I mean, the galaxy is so huge. It has to be at least one.
I mean, that has been out there.
I
I
think.
say that
I think.
because like they always take the dominant hand.
I think Padme was left-handed.
I think that's because Natalie Portman is just naturally left-handed.
Yeah. There you go. That's your answer.
The one outlier, but she never lost a hand. She lost her life. She lost the will.
So,
She lost her will to live. That's what she lost.
oh yeah, yeah. Such bad writing. Annie, you're breaking my heart. You know that talkie thing. It's part of those the ladies shavers, the
Oh.
white and pink.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did. They took the blade off and used that.
Oh, they just painted it.
No, they just added like other parts to it to give it like a different look, walkie-talkie kind of thing. They painted it gray, I think.
I tell you, man, she's like a little ninja.
What would? How about this?
I'm telling you, for the D&D fans out there, her code name for the team is going to be Rogue.
What if she was not Ray, but the mother?
Did they ever clarify if the father was the clone or the mother was the
That's
clone?
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We thought we could think that it was the father, but it was actually the mother. Because the way she's moving and be able to handle things or figure things out like naturally, it's kind of like how Ray did in The Force Awakens.
Hmm.
So what if that was the female and that was a female clone for Palpatine that eventually became,
So it looks
the
like if that's the
daughter?
case, then Zoe will be getting that Disney Plus just to cancel that out.
I'm just saying, it's like a possibility. Oh shit! Oh shit! And the way he's dressed is like similar to the guy from Rebels.
Which one?
He had a beard, old guy. I can't remember his name though. I was wondering also like the way they're pronouncing it wrong is similar to how they pronounce Hans and Han
Oh,
from the
I mean,
originals. That
someone could make the argument that it's like the dialect or the accent.
no, I just wonder they're just doing that just to.
I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with Dutch?
Or Rambo.
AKA Billy. Zoe is not disagreeing with our theory, but she's visibly upset. She said they couldn't let the Ray crap die, and then
No, no, well,
Philly follows up with they have to justify or tie in the last three movies.
well, that's what the Clone Wars was about, was justifying the prequels,
Yeah,
or to make or give the prequels some validation.
so it's like
And
this
this
for
could
the next set.
right, this could be this, and the Mandalorian is probably validating the sequels. I mean, of course, I can be wrong. So
Here's the thing I wonder: shouldn't a clone recognize another clone's face?
what do you? Well, okay, yeah, but what do
So
you mean?
Cut's a clone. He's surrounded by other clone troopers, barcode or not. They should be like, you look awfully a lot like us.
That's true.
I like that takedown. Yeah, I tell you, man.
Uh,
She's
no,
like a little ninja, except for that one moment. Okay.
there you go. There you go. That was your answer right there.
Oh, Philly says, if we could only see how pissed Zoe is right now.
Hey, it's just a theory.
Yeah, we
It
could be
doesn't mean it
completely
is.
wrong.
We could be totally wrong. I just like that theory.
Where'd that thing
he's
come
lift,
from?
he's lifting it. First workout again from A New Hope.
So, oh, wait. So, that went by a lot faster than the
Well,
last one.
yeah, it's a half hour.
Yeah. And then Zoe says,
20, actually
it's
26.
it's too good a theory, Angel. Just too good a theory. And then let's see here. Yeah, I don't think there's any other scenes after this.
Nope.
All right, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. We're gonna drop
Mm-hmm.
that. All right, so we'll just do a little discussion
Mm-hmm.
before we go right into the tick.
Right. Well, I guess a little recap where we what was this guy's name? The farmer?
Cut.
Cut. So this episode 2 goes right into from uh where episode left off, where they knew someone and they find out, well, actually, um yeah, they all knew who he was, right? They all knew except for the girl.
Yeah.
So we meet Cut, and then his family from, I believe, he was also originally in Clone Wars, I believe, if not Rebels, but I think it was Clone Wars, and their Hunter, kind of like how Mandalorian did with. Actually, that's exactly pretty much how they did with Mandalorian when they went to that village where that Magnificent Seven or Seven Samurai episode where they meet Cara
Cara Dune for the first time.
Cara Dune, yeah, and he thought that it would be best if Baby Yoda at the time he was called. Oh damn!
Even the camera knew just to focus right on you.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Why not? Anyway, so if he thought it would be best to leave it with the village, leave it with the family, for he can have a better way of living, a more stable life.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking for the out of his best interest, and how Hunter was looking for Omega's best interest.
True.
But like Baby Yoda, Omega wanted to be with him, be with Hunter and with the crew, because she had a connection there, and and she admired them. You saw in the episode 1, she's watching Hunter and she's trying to copy him. Everything like he does. If he puts his hand on his chin, she does. If he crosses his legs, she'll cross her legs. Things of that nature. She's like, Hunter is her role model. And so that was awesome. And seeing that kind of relationship getting stronger, a bond happen with those two. Just like, and again, in Mandalorian, right? Not Mandarin, but Mandalorian. And we see that they, also in the real world, when the Galactic Empire is getting more established, currency changes.
Yeah, they now have the chain codes.
The chain code, right? So now you have, and credits and stuff like that. So similar to like when the U.S. dispersed from the European government, new money, new currency had to be made, as well as also laws and things of that nature. So, I mean, you see that kind of also like the backstory of that come into fruitation. And then, towards the end, there's a battle where Hunter, before that battle, there's a quick battle to escape. Hunter tells Omega that he's going to leave her with the family, not in his family, Cut in his family, but Cut in his family. And then we see her like accept it momentarily, but then that's not what she wants. So she leaves that family and goes back to her true family. And like I said, a short shootout battle, and they escape, and that's it. And it was a more of a filler, I guess, from all the action we had from the first episode. More of a slow story build.
Okay. For the characters.
For the character, a little more of a character development to see, all that stuff. Now, because now there's emotion, there's connection, because again, that bond now has gotten stronger with man and child, if you will, or a group of men and one child, the family, because that's her family now, where Cut and had his family now, and you see like Hunter now, he can't be so rough and rugged and just be all like military. Now he has to learn too, in a sense, just like Mando. Same thing. Mando had the same thing. He can't be just a warrior. He had to learn now to be selfless when it comes to a child, another being. He's selfless with his team, but they can handle each other themselves if they need to. but this is a person who's pretty much defenseless.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess I can see that where Dave Filoni worked on Mando, and how he brought that experience to this story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, before I say anything, Kim, what about you? How'd you feel about this episode?
Yeah, this thing's gone. Okay. Okay, babe.
What?
Well, you didn't have to wake her.
But you talked to her. She was up.
Just kidding. I was awake.
You were awake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
No, I thought it was a good episode. It was, I mean, like Angel was saying, it's very similar to that one episode of the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of it was the fact that that Hunter had to realize that he couldn't treat Omega like the other, like he treats everyone else, because she's not a soldier, she's a child. And he was sort of being abrasive to her, and the other guy, Cut, was like, wait, you making him realize that you can't, she's a child and stuff. So when he realized that, he sort of just kind of was like, yeah, so because of that, it's not a good idea for her to stay with me. She needs more of a parental role figure, a family and stuff. And obviously that's not, she didn't want that. And he was making a decision for her best interest, but not seeing what she wanted. And so that's where she came back and was like, you're my family. I left Comorium with you guys, so I'm not gonna leave you guys, kind of thing. So there was a little bit of like the bonding, like in the sense of that she felt like, no, she doesn't really need a family. She felt like she's more drawn towards Hunter. That's where her family, or where she belongs. So
it's fair. So for me, actually, I'm gonna say I'm not as much of a fan of this episode. And one, I don't think they used it enough to build the world that they could have. I would have loved this kind of episode later on in the season, like just like maybe 2-3 more episodes down, and then this one, because I would have loved to see Hunter be a little bit like, he seemed pretty receptive to her initially in the first episode. And then I would have loved to see there be a little bit like struggle with her fitting in and him struggling with that, but kind of grow to attach to her. And then you get that moment where he goes, she's not a soldier, she can't be one of us even though she's a clone. It would have been better like to let her go, and then she still comes back. One of my favorite movies, Denzel Washington, Man on Fire. I love that film. And it starts off, and he gets hired to protect, was it Dakota Fanning? Mm-hmm. And he's like that guy. He's like, I'm just here for a job. I'm here to protect. I'm not here to be a babysitter or a nanny. And then gradually, through some rough moments, then they build a bond. Then stuff happens, and it causes him to wreck the entire city to get her back. And then, of course, she gets let go, but that's because there's no way that he can be saved. But that's the pacing I like. I think if they had done it more in that area, granted Hunter would still live in my version, but I think that would be actually better for the story.
Well, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
granted,
this is a little yeah, but it's true, but this is a little different where in Denzel's case, his character, he was hired for it, right? They weren't hired here. She was a stowaway, if you will. So, she forced herself upon that group. And there was a connection happening in episode 1 with her and Hunter in a sense, and they saw her potential or her talent, able to go through small things to help unlock the jail cell, whatever, the holding cell. She's a sharpshooter.
She mysteriously shows up and disappears like a ninja.
She saved them from
she's similar to like the child in the Mandalorian in the sense of that they don't know, like with the child, that that the powers, they know there's some significance towards this, but they don't know exactly what.
Well, we have not seen.
But was it Hunter did shed some light in the sense of like stating that she has a purpose, because
that was cut.
That was
yeah.
cut. That was
cut. Yeah, cut was saying that she, we have a purpose. So she has to have a purpose.
Right.
So that's kind of like, they kind of touched a little bit, but then he kind of was like, you would have thought that he'd be like, yeah, what is her purpose? But no, he just kind of like, oh, and then it just went on to the,
Mm-hmm. Well, he's just figuring out, like, he's like, yeah, that makes sense, but you don't know. He doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows except for my theory.
Well, right now that's the only theory we have.
Right.
Other than maybe in the first episode, I said that she could be like a brood mother, like she's like intuitive to the other.
She's a what mother?
Like remember the brood from the Marvel comics, like the queen, and like they'll have like a kind of mental link over the rest of the breed, and she may be more empathic. But I didn't see any of that being expressed here in episode 2. It seemed like that in episode 1, where she was like more in tune to like how the others were feeling and how they were. Mm-hmm. And that's why she was so responsive to like Wrecker and Lola, knowing where things were, how Crosshairs was still responding to a chip when people were suspecting he wasn't supposed to be responding to a chip, that kind of thing. Oh, hi, Kavari. I see you in there. And Kavari says, Bad Batch episode 2 is worse, even worse than the first episode. I mean, between the two episodes, first episode still stands strong for me. But, I'm going to say, like, the first episode wasn't bad, man. The first episode was good, at least in my opinion. I respect your opinion, but in my opinion, no.
Yeah, but that could be also said as well in Mandalorian, where you have, there'll be a good pace with maybe 2 episodes, and then there's one that they just go to another, like a side mission it's like in a video game, like Assassin's Creed or what have you, or the Jedi Order or Fallen Jedi, so anything like that, where you go for one thing and then you're introduced to a possible side mission to either get more credits to upgrade your gear, what have you. So, which was similar, like which I felt was happening in the first season of Mandalorian, especially the first 3 episodes or 4 episodes. Felt like a video game where you upgrade your armor and stuff like that. So, and here, like I could say, with Dave Filoni working on the Mandalorian, you can see the influence of the Mandalorian experience going to here. And this could be like one of those side missions things where we just, instead of going straight, we just go here for a little bit and then go right back on course to go. I think it's going to be a little more action in the next episode. I don't think it's going to be as slow as here. But again, What we're doing here, what we're doing with the Bad Batch is really now like how Clone Wars was dealing with the I guess the momentum towards Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
We have here now dealing with after Revenge of the Sith. So after.
I mean, I could see 66. The world building that they were doing in this. They're just further expanding it. How like the Empire's influencing the rest of the colonies and the rest of the worlds, like you said, creating the chain link codes, and even the even the Bad Batch group were saying, it's just funny how the clones wanted to get away from numbers so they can have their own identity, and now people want numbers. And
right.
Tech said that's a genius plan because incorporate the numbers to their ID for their currency, and then you make a way of tracking everybody in the universe.
What does that sound
But
like to you?
that's
I,
Nazis.
well,
No,
no, well,
it's Nazi.
she's not
Yes.
wrong. She's not wrong on that. But I also
Mhm.
thought about the
But
Time movie with Justin Timberlake.
oh my god. Okay, I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen that where they have like their times on their arms?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it's like the more you use it, the less you have, right? It's kind of like a
They use time as currency. Yeah,
right,
because they don't really age. It's like you just
right.
drop dead and die.
Mhm.
But that's also like okay, like in the Gestapo with the numbers of the the Jews. Also, Social Security.
Yeah. Well,
We
I
all
did
have a
think about
social.
that, but we don't
We
get
all
our currency to it.
no, but they can track us with our Social Security. They can track our bank history, our car, blah 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 blah. That's our lifeline or whatever. In now, well now
In the real world.
in the real world, the computer world, whatever. Because if you put my name or something like that, or if you just want a number, he can find the name. You can find the sex, the age, the married or single, blah, 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 how much, what job they have, like that. So that's similar to what we have now.
Yeah.
It's more intense with with the branding of in World War II, but we have that now with numbers.
True. I mean, there's a parallel there.
Mhm.
So Nicholas Clark, you only watched the first episode, but you're not going to be watching the rest of the episodes. Are you just joining us for our personality or for the tick? I mean,
He's actually
I
here.
like.
He's actually here for my backdrops,
I mean, you got very nice backdrops. I respect that.
backdrops
Yeah.
and t-shirts.
Yes.
But um, well, I mean, or to see what two brothers talk.
And the lady.
No, yes. Um, I mean, okay, so let's go with real quick. Change the subject. Still saying Easter eggs. So I caught the Easter egg of the walkie-talkies. They had the communicators. That was we saw that in episode 1 and 2.
At the very
Before they
least, in
up
the prequels somewhere.
in the prequels. Well, Qui-Gon had it when he was talking to Obi-Wan about Annie with his chlorian midichlorian counts.
Mm-hmm.
That little creature that we saw get hassled, harassed by the stormtroopers. That I said, oh, because I think he was originally, or that species was originally like in a purple suit, the toy. The
Okay.
heroes, this one is a little different.
Yeah. The toy had the purple suit. I remember that,
Right,
and it was more
right,
grayish.
right. So
Yeah.
that species though wasn't in A New Hope. Um, other let me see other Easter eggs.
Well, you
If
mentioned
it
Cut from the Clone Wars,
is
and
from the
then
Clone Wars,
as well
right?
as his. Did he say officially that's his wife or just his baby mama? Because they knew each other. They all knew each other.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know that if he with her, but because the kids called her mom, mom and dad. They said mom, dad. So maybe he's a stepdad that they just call dad, or they did
Because they
cohabitate.
mostly favored her in the
Yeah.
sense of
Oh
appearance
yeah.
wise.
I mean, that does bring up a good question. Do we know if the stormtroopers are actually sterile?
I don't know.
I mean, I can easily suspect that, like, for a cloning institution, if you're not really needing them to breed and make more,
Right.
why bother making them be able to procreate?
Right.
So that's also that's Phil. Get on that. Tell me if the troopers are sterile or not. Let me know. But I mean, other than that, I don't think there's too much more in Easter eggs unless somebody else in the audience noticed it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. And oh, there was one. The seller, the fruit seller. Her species looked familiar, and I think her species. is in Resistance,
Oh,
which is
I refuse to watch Resistance. I watched
not
the
that's
first three
fine.
episodes, and I was
That's
like, no.
yeah. I'm thinking I can't. I could be wrong. Could be Rebels. So, but her species looks familiar, and it says either Resistance, which was actually during the right before the sequels
Mm-hmm.
trilogy, um,
No, it was during,
or in Rebels.
because it was like being. I want to say it was during because they had BB-8 and they have Poe
Right,
Dameron.
but I mean, it takes place prior to what we saw in
Oh,
the movie
prior
in the
to Force
movies.
Awakens.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what I was saying. Yeah, it's just but there that creature looks very the species as well. So I'm thinking that's we'll find out I guess when other people have do the full Easter egg stuff. Um,
Philly Cheese says, he just don't think he doesn't think they had the desire. All they know was war, but it could happen. Evolution.
Oh, the
uh,
desire to
Eh,
procreate.
yeah, desire to
uh,
procreate, and I feel like I felt like I wanted to hear the line from Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park. Nature will find a way.
well,
Um,
that's true.
Rain and Dinkle Town. A
What?
clone trooper. There's a new person in the chat. A clone trooper
Oh, what's
did
up?
have a kid in Clone Wars that was a deserter. I think
Okay.
is that a separate clone trooper, not cut, Rain? Because
Probably.
I feel like we may be talking about cut. I don't remember my Clone Wars
Right.
too
Well,
much.
there's a lot of episodes, so yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
hard to.
it's a fair amount.
Well, what do we think is going to happen in the next episode? I think, in my opinion, we're going
Um,
to see Crosshairs again. I think Crosshairs is going to lead a team to search for them.
mm-hmm.
It could be wrong. That could happen, which will bring back into that pace of the first episode, the actions like that, because
So,
he's the kind of person that is like when given an order, he has to follow suit.
well, he's
He,
like all the other stormtroopers now. They juiced up his chip. I mean, he's been
right,
ramped up.
right.
Um, if anything, I well, here's two things I think. One, I think they're gonna if they don't do crosshairs, I think they're gonna focus on another side mission for the team as a whole. I don't think that'll be a smart move, but I think that will be a high likelihood. I do think eventually it'll become a mission that they'll want to rescue crosshairs because they're going to want to remove the chip or deactivate the chip. I think that's going to become a thing where they're going to try to rescue crosshairs by deactivating the chip. Now that because remember, Hunter said like Tech, you said they were programmed. You didn't say that they had a chip in them. He's like, I thought you knew.
Well, it's like hello, that's how you get programmed.
Exactly.
But I don't think it may happen, but I don't think it'll be happening that soon.
No, exactly. I think that'll be later on.
Later on, and because how many episodes do we have? 8. There's 8
I think
episodes.
it's like 14.
Oh, okay. So
That's why I said this is going to be. I would dare say this is absolutely a filler episode.
Now,
Um,
do you
Well,
think
at the
that
end,
Vader will make a cameo?
I don't think so. I think because I mean somebody correct me if I'm wrong. At this timeline, he was more involved with trying to capture any, not even capture, destroy any remnants of the Jedi, and now
Yeah,
what?
but I mean that. But don't forget he's also a servant of Palpatine. He's his right hand man. So if and also he was right hand man, but second to
Tarkin.
Tarkin. So if
Yes, but that
Tarkin,
was
if
because the Emperor like put Vader in his place, and he's like, now you got to follow Tarkin's orders.
right, so like in with the thing with Darth Vader, like they said that he, took down the Jedi, whatever, blah. He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
The clone troopers did. The clone troopers did. We saw the clone troopers take down the Jedi.
True, but I mean, once the Jedi were taken down, you can use like Vader to take down individual Jedi, and in that regards,
You could, but I mean,
he was used. He was used as the enforcer for the most part.
Right, right. But then also in Rebels we had was
The Inquisitors.
Inquisitors, the
Yes.
Inquisitors. So there was there were other there were like force sensitive beings. Maybe we'll see. Maybe here also we'll probably see the birth of that, the birth of Inquisitors, because this Vader can't be everywhere all at once.
True.
So so it'd be you have a Jedi here, a Jedi there, and a Jedi over there. So it's like I can't do this. So they'll probably have like that come to fruition. Thank you. And so that
another
may
drinking
happen.
game. Another drinking game.
I'm sorry.
She said another drinking game.
Oh yeah. And what do you think?
No, that's a very likely possibility that we may get like the introduction to the Inquisitors, which I actually like the Inquisitor characters. Like they came out of nowhere with Rebels, which they were fun. They were good characters, and at the same time, it's kind of cool that they don't dive directly into the Jedi, and like and like focus on the rest of the world. It's kind of refreshing when they if you do that. Not everything has to focus around that, which kind of makes it kind of cool.
Right? No, definitely.
Stormy says the Kaminoans, if I said that right, were the ones who rejected sterilizing the clones. So the clones are not sterile; they are virile. And then
so they have all the working parts.
They have all the working parts and the ammunition to fire. So it is possible for the clones to reproduce. That's what Philly says, and then she says exactly. Okay. But yeah, okay. So we know they can do what they need to do if they have to, or want to, I guess. But I digress. I would say episode 2 was not a
memorable.
Yeah, I'm gonna really honestly forget this episode unless they tie something tremendously important to this later on down the line.
Well, did they end saying as to where they're going next, or?
I don't remember.
Or what
no, they didn't say where they're gonna go next, really.
Or what they're planning to do next.
No, I didn't see anything or hear anything in that matter. So technically, next episode is up in the air what they could do. I'm still excited. I don't usually write off a show in 2 episodes unless both episodes are really not that great. Episode 1 is very strong. Episode 2, not so much, but they could pick it back up by 3 and 4.
Well, don't forget in the sense of WandaVision. Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3 was damn hard to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but then episode 4
that this episode's shorter than the first one too.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this came out hard just to get the thing. It came out hard because each episode, the Clone Wars and Rebels is usually a half hour anyway, in the average. So they really wanted to, I guess, make an establishment, establish the story. But what I'm saying though, in WandaVision, the first 3 episodes was not that exciting. Then it got, then it became more and more exciting.
Got
more.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There was things at cost, or of a value. There was stuff on the line starting to develop. So. That could be here too. But again, like in Mandalorian, we had a lot of slow episodes. We had that one with the frog lady. That
was in season 2. Yeah, season 1 had more episodes like that than season 2, where they were just like filler or they're slow or side missions.
Right. Well, I'm sorry. Like, one episode in season 2, when the frog lady, the whole episode was when they crashed into the snow planet and had to deal with the snow spiders.
True.
That was it.
Which I
That
think
was
they
it.
had the spiders in Rebels. I want to say those spiders were the same spiders in Rebels. I could be wrong.
It,
And the child eating the eggs.
and
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but no, that
Grogu
was
committing
episode.
genocide. Yes.
But that could be. But it wasn't built up into the sense of the X-wing pilot, because he later comes in another episode, talking about the Rebel Alliance and stuff like that. So.
Zoe's
No, I mean,
asking if you could rate this episode. Well, from 1 to 5. Episode 2, not episode 1. What would you?
I give it a 3.
Okay.
I give
Kim?
it a 3. 2.53.
I give it, yeah.
You can be honest, Kim.
I mean, I'm gonna give it a wide range, like a 2.5 to 3.5.
A 3 then.
That is a 3.
So
No,
you can't
So-
be 2 to 5, and then 3
That's,
5, and then
that's a
just go in
full
the middle.
point. There's a full point difference, Kim.
I
He at least
like,
said like half a point.
I mean, it was kind of weak, but it had some. I think it had some substance in the story.
Would you
It's
say?
all me.
Would you say the episode would have been better with more wine or less wine?
Well, definitely more wine. I mean, more wine's always better.
I mean, if I had a slice of pizza, I probably would love this episode right now.
We had pizza for dinner tonight. You want to know what kind?
Was it
Jesus
cheese?
Christ.
Well, yeah,
Stop teasing them.
cheese, but
Stop teasing them.
Canadian bacon and pineapple.
Oh, then I'm good. I don't need it.
Oh, the other one had mushroom and
This thing.
sausage.
Mushroom sausage. I'll mess with
Oh,
all
the
that.
thing's going now.
It's become sentient.
Yes. Sorry.
Uh,
But
yes, and I will definitively say this: I have eaten pineapple on pizza before, and because there's nothing else left to go for. But if I'm given a choice, never again.
Oh, but the sweet and saltiness.
It's
anyway,
not right.
what's your ranking?
I'm solid 2. I'm a solid 2 on this one.
Okay.
I'm not hating the episode because I laughed. I enjoyed it. Nothing really pissed me off. But at the same time, if this was like if the rest of the season's good, and this was the lowest part, I can see this being the lowest part of the season. And it's an early prediction. I could be wrong, but it's just something I don't see as being an important stepping stone.
An Easter egg. What wearing? What the big guy was wearing.
Oh yeah, the Easter egg is from the Clone Wars. The hat and the hat and the poncho. There's a character. I think he was like I want to say I'm not sure if he's a hunter, but he helped the crew.
The
in
one
Rebels.
with like the fish, like the gills or the
No.
tubes. That hunter?
No.
Never mind. I don't know who we're talking about.
No, he's a humanoid. He's a human, and he wears a poncho, and he looks like I can't remember. He was a loner. He was a loner, and he come to help out Ezra in the crew. I mean, that's the way how Wrecker was dressed is very similar to that guy.
Okay.
So that was the Easter egg on that part. How so someone else was similar. But anyway, I'm just thinking.
Okay. Well, on that thought,
Mhm.
I think it's time we switch it up.
Yes,
Change of
and
pace,
We're gonna be
people.
out.
Oh, you're dipping
We're
out
gonna
right
be
now?
Yes.
Oh, and
Well, we
apparently,
got-
what I said about the pizza is a decisive topic at the group at Starmy's department. Everybody at the office is very either for the pineapple on the pizza, they're on the side of amazing, or they're on my side. I don't know which is side will be considered a dark side.
Well, it's all good. Some people like it, some people don't. We like it. You don't. It's all good.
Mhm. I can eat it. It's just that I'm not a big fan of it.
Right.
All right. So you're gonna
Okay.
actually dip out?
We're gonna dip out. Just let us know what episodes you go to tonight if you finish the season, or if you cut it short. We have some. I know even though it's late, we got this. We gotta take care of some stuff.
That's fair. That's understandable.
So before we go, we're not gonna meet on Sunday because it's Mother's Day, right?
Correct. We're not,
So
I was gonna do a watch party tomorrow for Castlevania. I mean,
have fun with that.
if you want to come in on the night, we could do something tomorrow night. But it's Mother's Day. It's gonna be all for mom, and then as it should be for everybody in the chat, you should celebrate your mom's on Mother's Day too.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely,
Celebrate your mom.
exactly. Send her a text, give her a call. She's probably been waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. Say hi, mommy.
FedEx a cake.
Yes.
Or flowers. Flowers is the popular thing to do for Mother's Day. We're probably gonna do
Did
something
you?
with
Did you?
Yes,
Okay. All right.
yes. I have to relook for it, but I did find it the first time. I moved it, so I gotta
Okay.
I gotta resecure it.
Okay.
She's not watching this right now, so we're okay.
Okay.
No, usually she'll chime into the chat if she is. Um, but anyways, guys, I want to say for the rest of the chat, stay on because I'm not going anywhere. But to the film combatant here, Kim and Angel, thank you so very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you on the channel once again. Watching Star Wars: The Bad Batch Episode 2.
No, she waves the thing and activate the camera. So she's like this.
I'm not like
Oh.
that. I was like that.
Well, at least it didn't turn off the camera.
No, that I gotta try. I gotta flip it down. I mean, the
Mhm.
camera's great. I just got it, but it's just I gotta figure out how to keep it on lock and stuff like that. But anyway,
Yeah.
or I can do this, and then it should go. There you go.
No, it's funny. It's like you do that, it takes a while before it recognizes it.
Well, no, here you go. I was waking up.
And the way you do
Then,
that actually reminds me of Big Trouble in Little China when they're like greeting the other guys and they're like that.
There you go.
There we go. So
Wait. The wings of liberty never lose a feather. All
yeah.
right.
Okay, Jack Burton. Who?
Oh, Pork Chop Express here. Jack Burton.
Oh, there you go.
Me.
Pork chops. Don't they sound good?
Can you stop teasing him, please? Jeez, we didn't like when we were on our fast. No one teased us, and then she knows you're fasting. She wants to tease the shit out of you. That's rude.
No, that's all good.
No, that's rude.
Mom wants to go eat Middle Eastern
always
food
nice.
on Mother's Day, so that's gonna be an interesting experience.
Maybe to certain people, I'm nice.
Remember what I told you about coming off the fast of that?
Yeah,
Just watch her eat
lean
it.
meats and fruits
Veggies.
and veggies.
But subtle. No, don't
yeah.
go.
I don't know what I'm gonna find at a Middle Eastern restaurant with those criteria. It's subtle.
I'm just saying.
I'm sure there's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you guys. Love you. I'll see you next time, and we're gonna plan something for another besides the Tekken Star Wars as well. We have plans, everybody, for the film Combat and Us. So there'll be more stuff coming up.
Yeah. So just ironing out some things. Got to figure things out just a little bit, and we got to set a time because his schedule, my schedule, we're only good on Friday and Sunday nights right now. So we just got to figure out other things.
Yeah, we will.
All right.
All right. Laters.
Later. Have a great night, guys. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
Got it.
All right. And now it's just us. While I switch to my actual camera, you get to hear my audio. We're going to just cut this off. Boop. And that. And we'll activate this. Perfect. I'm back in business, baby. Okay, so let's see. What did I miss in the chat? Oh, Philly, you're neutral on the pineapple on the pizza. Uh, that's okay. Mac and cheese. Wait, mac and cheese and peas? I have not tried that. I've tried mac and cheese with bacon, lobster, in various type of cheeses actually. Let's see. Oh, but that was at a restaurant, and I have not made mac and cheese from scratch on my own. Usually, someone has made it for scratch for me, or I have got pre-made. I can cook various things. I have not tried it though. And then on that note, I am just gonna plug in this so we can get people ready to go. I'm gonna replace the pin. So that is gonna have the Amazon link in the chat for us. Fantastic. Ritz crackers on the mac and cheese. Do you do that as you're baking it or after you bake it? Because I feel like that will get super soggy. I mean, I like cooking a lot. Um, my personal Instagram page has a lot of things I've just like randomly thrown together and cook, recipe wise. Like I tried to do my own version of surf and turf for breakfast, like, but with the idea of the chicken and waffles. So what I did was I made like waffles, but instead of chicken, I made smoked salmon that I seared on a pan to kind of give it like a bacon like texture and flavor. And then I did shrimp wrapped with veggie bacon, which was a mistake. That was a horrible, horrible mistake. Um, the other part was good. And then I made a whipped butter. It was a honey garlic butter with some herbs and seasonings. And I did a, yeah, it was a maple syrup mixed with cherry whiskey, black cherry whiskey, and actual cherries and sliced jalapenos all cooked together to make a nice maple syrup. I actually enjoyed that. That was really good. Alrighty. And then, so that was a fun recipe I did. I haven't done that since because there was a lot. Honestly, if you're not down for the bacon, the salmon, smoked salmon, is actually a good substitute if you could toss that on the pan. At least I found it to be. Um, if it's the fact that you don't do bacon because like you don't eat pork, uh, I have also eaten beef bacon, and beef bacon was delicious. Turkey bacon to me is a physical lie because that does not taste like bacon and is super salty in comparison. It tastes like lunch meat to me for turkey bacon. Let's see here. Oh, Nicholas, you primarily follow the keto diet. I have some friends that follow the keto diet. They are very happy with it. Sorry, I thought I heard my dog snoring behind me. He might actually be snoring behind me right now. Yep. Yep, he's definitely snoring. He's in the back corner, right about there, on his little cot that I got him not too long ago. So, Philly, half your department is vegetarian. and so they've been surprised at what they've been getting into or introduced to. Okay. I mean, yeah, vegetarian foods, like, if you shop around recipes, you can find some really good recipes. Like, I've tried avocado fries, delicious. Those are good. I have not been successful in making them, but they are very good. Let's see. I've also tried. Well, let me just put it this way: a lot of things you can substitute with non-meat products. Like when I was in North Carolina for a horror convention, I think it was we found a noodle shop, and for the weekend I was there, I ate all noodles all the time, but not like all vegetarian style. Anything with meat, I would just substitute. Oh, Zoe, my dog is a mix. I believe he has some kind of hound in him. I got him as a rescue, and they asked me if I want to do a DNA test. I said, nah, I'm good. And so he's never been fully identified of what breed he is. But his name's McLeod because I like to believe he's the only one. And it was a funny story because I always joke about it because I got him for $5. I was there because my mom was shopping around for her dog at a kennel, and she was looking at puppies. And at the time, I was like, "You're not gonna get one." And then I walked past the kennels that they were gonna put down some dogs, and I saw him, and he was very responsive to me, and I was very and I recognized that, and they had him for $20. And I was debating about whether I should or not, and they tell me, "Oh, you should really make a decision because tomorrow's the day they're going to put them down." So I decide, okay, I'm going to make the decision. And at the checkout, when I'm filling out all the paperworks, it just dawned on me because I'm like, oh, my mom's right here next to me, and she's always doing this tactic. Like, what if a senior citizen gets him? Is there a discount or like a military discount? I'm not in the military, but she uses her military pass all the time because of my father. And they go, yeah, there's a discount. It's like $15 off for senior citizens. And I'm like, sold. I turn to my mom. I go, guess what? You're getting a dog. And she was like, what? So she put him under her name. Of course, after we first got him, as soon as that happened, I changed it to my name. He's with me. But yeah, I got him for $5. He was vaccinated. Also, got all his shots, neutered, and everything. And then, which, all in all, that $15 really just went to medical bills because it turns out he had kennel cough. And like, I found out very quickly because I had to work at the job that I was at the time, and I couldn't take him home. So my manager was really cool with it, and they let me bring him to the office. So I put him in the back room, which was next to the break room, and it was only a 4-hour day, but my manager was there, and my manager goes, yeah, I think you have a problem with your dog. And I come back there, and it turned out that he had explosive diarrhea all over the place. And it was just, the smell was just there. It was really, I was there in a suit trying to clean up everything for a brand new dog. I got everything cleaned up, but my manager did not let that down for me for a while. And then it was like a day or two later that I was able to take him to the clinic and found out that's part of the symptoms that he had with the kennel cough because he started coughing shortly after that. But yeah, no, I love this boy. He's a troublemaker. He's calmed down a lot over the years, but he's definitely been a troublemaker. And but he's a good guy. He's a good boy. Yes, there's always a sudden turn with him. Um. Oh. Did you all need an extra moment or two to get ready to chime back into the Amazon link? Or if you're all ready, I can just click it. Just put a 1 if you're good to go, or 2 if you need more time. I'm sorry, I just got a message from a friend one of my past friends, and they just told me they just started dipping nuggets into sauce, and it's better with the sauce. So, which just blew my mind that they never had chicken nuggets with sauce. That's like the first thing I learned to do having chicken nuggets. At least with like ketchup. Well, no rush to Stormy. I'm not on a time frame here, so it's not a race. Oh, Nicholas Clark, you're still on episode 5? That's okay. It gets better. Not to say that episode 5 wasn't good. It just continues to, to build the story from there. What which was episode 5? I'm not going to throw scenes out there because I might drop a scene that was after it. So what do you remember seeing in your episode, Nicholas? Of course Nicholas likes you guys. I keep forgetting. Nicholas likes you peoples. I gotta keep using peoples. Why wouldn't he? You peoples are great. I like you. You only say you tolerate us, but deep down, you love us. Oh yeah, so I should say I'm thinking about doing the a little bit later tomorrow, around 12:30. I feel confident I can get that done. I'll be up and ready to start watching Castlevania at 12:30 tomorrow. So the first 4 episodes should blow through really quick, and then the other few should be good to go after that. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad we can be your excuse, Nicholas, to catch up. Philly, did I hear you right? You people are set to chime in for episode 8. Every time I say your name, Philly, it makes me want to have a Philly cheesesteak, by the way. With extra onions and green peppers. And then some jalapenos, and a little bit of banana peppers in the mix. And a touch of ketchup. Put that in a bun, wrapped in aluminum foil. I'm good to go. Okay, that was going to be my next question, Zoe. Did you have your wine ready? That's very important. What up, Michael? Nice to see you join us in here. We're about to get started watching episode 8 of The Tick on Amazon Prime. So, I mean, you can join us in that too. There's a watch party link in the pinned message in the chat. But I would say we will get started in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you could just hit go. Michael, The Tick is based on a comic book character, which then eventually had a comic book series. This show actually came out in 2016. It's actually interesting in the sense that your main hero has no recollection of his past, and he's kind of disoriented, I would say 99% of the time. And his sidekick or partner is the one that is like keeps him grounded. That's a lot of serum. Yes, the blue bug guy is the Tick. So seeing something like that would make me wonder if like how would the world respond if they see like Superman just fumble over his words like that in a crisis interview? Because Superman's always put together. Would they just accept it, or would it be just ridiculed? Oh, I find it funny that the boat kind of identifies himself being an AI as a he, but also has decided to classify his sexuality, which is okay. But the part that is funny is he has the infatuation with Arthur. I have no idea why he's infatuated with Arthur, but Boat is, and Boat know what's he like. Hmm. I'm trying to think of where I saw the actor who's playing Overkill. Oh yeah, no, his boat can sail however he wants. It's a very nice boat. So this makes me wonder, like, how many superheroes in this universe actually take an Uber? Like, I could see, like, in the Marvel universe, superheroes needing to take an Uber as well. So Walter reminds me of people I know that are just like that, where they'll start talking about one subject and then just go on a little tirade talking about everything else. That is hilarious to me. Oh, he was in Agents of Shield for like an episode. Okay. All the other stuff is like soap operas and stuff I don't remember. Oh, did I say something again that triggered? I really have to watch what I say. I'm an easy target. Oh, down the IMDb road. I've been down that path many a times. Um, IMDb, it's a useful tool. For the past stuff, though. Some of the newer stuff. See, every time I think of this dog in the Tick, why his name is escaping me, it does. I think of the Ryan Reynolds film, which was yeah, it was like a horror film. I think it was called Voices. That and the episode from Rick and Morty where their dog gets super intelligent. Oh, that's just mean. But it's Arthur. Those clips don't fit the pistols. Hmm. I gotta give the tick credit. He knocked out half of that book in a short amount of time. Take care of your feet. Words to live by. What up, Lewis? Nice to see you here, man. We're actually in the middle of watching The Tick, episode 8. Have you ever seen it? I keep wondering how Midnight got his super smart intelligence. Oh, wow. He punched a dog. I shouldn't laugh at a dog being hit, but he was kind of an ass. She made it on the paper. That's a great picture. Mm-hmm. The tick ruins the moment. All right, so that was a fun episode. How does everybody feel about episode 9? 1 for positive, let's go. 2 for we're good for no. I don't rhyme that well. Hmm. Go back there. I mean, as far as episode 8 goes, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the funniest episode. The whole bit with Midnight, I think I enjoyed that the most. Amazon's buffering for you? Okay. But wait, is it buffering on episode 8 or episode 9? Yeah, I believe you're all in Texas, right? I know storms in Texas. I hear there's a lot of storms out there. Hello, Higo Damask. Nice to see you joining in. Oh, you're on 9. Okay, cool. I'm going to hit 9 now. I had paused it because I didn't know if you all were jumping in. Thanks for jumping in to support the channel, though. Thank you. I mean, technically, we're in hurricane season in where I'm at. Wait, is it still cold in North Carolina? Last time I was in North Carolina was February of last year, 2020. So it was pretty cold then. And then prior to that was the only time I've been to North Carolina was to drive through it. Uh, to answer your question, Zoe, originally I came from New Jersey, but I've been to New York, uh, Philadelphia. I've been through Delaware, DC, Virginia. I have family out there. Georgia. I've been to Georgia. I've pretty much driven all the way up and down the East Coast, but I've only stayed in certain areas. So, like Georgia, I stayed in North Carolina, I've been to California, and now I'm making plans for Las Vegas coming in August. And I've been out of country too. Oh yeah, Philly. Yeah, I'm originally from Jersey, so I have a lot of family up in Jersey. So I was in South Jersey, Gloucesterboro, where I have family in Cherry Hill and Trenton. I also have family in Camden, and yeah. I would like to go into an area that has like mountain weather. My grandfather used to live in Puerto Rico, which I used to go to Puerto Rico too. It's not a state; it's a U.S. territory, and he was in the mountain area. I have a really good friend that lives out in Boston, Zoe. Uh, so they love it out there. Oh, so yeah, you go. I am definitely Puerto Rican. Uh, both my parents on both sides. My father was actually from Vieques, the island on the coast of Puerto Rico. Grand, my mom also was a native from Jersey, so but yeah, good times. I haven't been to Puerto Rico since I was a kid though, so I've been to Dominican Republic, but not PR. Hello, Tina Love. Welcome to the group. Welcome to the chat. If you want to join in on the watch party, there's a link for the tick, and you can see the episode along with us. Storm, I gotta ask if you're still watching with us. Is this a character that's in the comic? I'm curious. It was a little bit difficult for me. Granted, I was 12 at the time, so that was like 20 plus years ago. But it was an adjustment for me because like I had really good friends, family that when I moved down to Florida, I didn't really have all that here. Uh, my grandfather moved from Puerto Rico at the same time here, and my aunt and godparents moved down here too. So that was like the one saving grace. Like my really close family, I was moved down here at the same time I did. So that was actually really good. Oh, she's helping out the noobs. Gotcha. Oh, Tina Love. Yes, I would say you would need to have a Prime account. I mean, granted, if you can find it another means, you could watch it, and we could just give you the timestamp of what we're watching at. Here you go. We're watching on Amazon Prime The Tick, Season 1, Episode 9 right now. We did finish The Bad Batch Episode 2 a little bit ago. So we watched that earlier. How did you like it? Fair enough. Like, I always love having a conversation with everybody in the chat, so having conversations is good in my books. Oh, I gotta get the robot's name again. It's like a Russian robot. Kind of looks like the Tick. Bad Batch is doing a actually especially good job of like showing how the Empire is transitioning into control. So like the chain codes, they focus that on episode 2, showing how the chain codes become more the structured system of monitoring people as well as currency. I appreciate the joining in for the view. Yes, I do participate on Popcorn Planet. Uh, Andy's a friend of mine, so like I always like hanging out with him on his channel. I think she won over overkill with the conversation about how she was keeping a guy's life together by shoving her hands in his body to press against the arteries. That's just my suspicion. Yes, Will Morris. We're watching the Tick. We're on episode 9 right now. Puts him in the baby crib. That's hilarious. Ah, no, wait, no, that's not it. I mean, that's possible. I mean, they created a lot of characters for the show. Thank you for checking, Stormy, though. Oh, the character. Okay, so it's supposed to be Beckert or Beckett. I feel like they CGI'd Lint's eye right now. I mean, to my knowledge, Zoe in the cartoon, he definitely survives. Like, it's not like he gets killed off. And I'm just not versed in the comics, so I don't know if he's. I think he's still going. That's a fair reaction. Before starting this show, I would say it's nothing too much to know. It's like set in a world of superpowers. It's its own set universe, and they introduce all the characters that you'll need to know in like in episode one. Well, maybe episode one and two, but you don't really need to tie into any other DC Marvel Universe characters or storylines for this. It has action, it has comedy. Yes, that's also a fair point, Philly Cheese. If you are starting with us, then yeah, we're going to want to do a filler in, like fill in the gaps for you. But if you're starting from episode one, there's nothing you need to know. It's just go right into it. Well, Morris, I do pride myself on knowing a lot about comics and of various subjects of the comic stories. This is one of the few that have escaped my wandering eye. What up, Bunda? Good to see you here. Bunda, you missed our episode watching the Bad Batch. But we're watching The Tick right now, so you get to enjoy that too. I'm on leader. I finished 5 liters. I'm on leader number 6, if not 7, right now. Bunda. So yes, I have done a lot of liquids today. And yes, you did miss Angel and Kim. So, Tina Love, I do watch parties on. We're gonna be doing on Friday nights. I'm gonna do. We usually do on Sunday nights, but Sunday is Mother's Day, so I'm doing a marathon of Castlevania tomorrow at 12:30, and Wednesday nights we do game night. We might do a different night for another watch party, but we're working that out between Angel and my timing. By the way, I'll be right back. Catch Bunda up on what he missed on the Bad Batch, because we all know he secretly loves the Bad Batch. I'll be back in just a minute. There we go. I'm back, everybody. Sorry. Oh, the stream game night, that's on Wednesday nights. And Will Morris, you're not wrong. Drinking that much water, yes, it does catch up to you in the most random of times. I'm not gonna lie, man. The Cops, I remember Cops. I used to love watching Cops, Bunda. That was a fantastic show. Are they doing new episodes? I thought they cut out that show altogether. Yes, Zoe, I did wash my hands. Anytime I go to the restroom, no matter what the situation, I always wash my hands. All right, so we just finished episode 9. I'm good for episode 10 if you all want to watch it. Wait, his whole name was Timotheo? Timotheo? Oh, Zoe's down for episode 10. Okay. And so is Philly Cheese. I'm good with this. All right, so I'm going to click for the next episode in 3, 2. Actually, I don't have to. It just went over on its own. No, that is a good question, Zoe. Did they ever catch him? I mean, he was on America's Most Wanted. Good to see that you're starting off with episode 1, Tuna Love. I do hope you get to enjoy the episode. If you don't, that's okay. But so far, like most of the people that have been watching on this have been positive responses from what I can see. So I'm happy to see if that happens. Or I'm interested to see that be the better term. So he fled the country, Bunda? How long ago was this? I feel like that giant robot head is a homage to the cartoon. So you think, Bunda, you think he's in Salvador? Stormy, you baked everybody treats for the watch party, but you didn't send any this way. I'm hurt. Zoe, do tell. What was the treats that you were baked? I'm interested. Was it cookies? Her eye has like a little flames. Cannolis? Seriously? I love cannolis. There's a Italian there's an Italian place in St. Pete called Mazzaro's. I think they're still open. They're like they have a butcher shop, a bakery, a deli area, a winery, and like a cheese area. So Zoe, like you'll be in heaven. Like there's a whole room dedicated to wine, and I used to love going to that place, but it's like 45 minutes to an hour to drive. But they would have like freshly baked cakes and desserts as well as freshly cooked food. And one of the things I remember having there was they had a cannoli cake. Fantastic. It's like this yellow cake, and they would use, instead of icing to layer the cake, they used like the cannoli filling. And then they had icing on the outside of the cake, but then they had like mini cannolis wrapped around, like stacked upright around the cake. And then they would take the crumbs of cannoli and they like spread the crumbs on the top, if I remember correctly, of the pastry. And it was just delicious. I can't remember if they did pistachios inside the cream. I want to say yes. Oh, Bunda. Respect the flan, Bunda. I love making flan too. I do choco flan, where like I bake a cake and flan together so they come out as layers. Um, I don't know if that's what you've done. Wait, is that also what Stormy brought? Or are you just talking about like what you like, Zoe? So choco flan will be like regular flan baked through like chocolate cake, and then it'll have the icing in it. The not the icing, the caramel. Last time I did it, I did that, and I would make a layer of it with strawberries mixed with the caramel. Bunda, maybe one day I can make you some flan, specially made for you. Oh, that she brought all that cannolis, tiramisu, pan de los dulce. Okay, I just mispronounced that. Pan dulce and choco flan. I am envious now. Number one, I'm on a fast, and number two, that's a lot of dessert that I would love to eat right now. Flan is fun to say, but it is a surprisingly not difficult dessert to make, recipe wise. The only thing is like don't burn the flan or the caramel. The caramel is probably the hardest thing I would say. I always, either I am completely successful with the caramel or I burn the caramel. I've had Mexican hot chocolate. That's actually really good too. But I like bitter chocolate too. That's another thing for me. Like dark chocolate, delicious to me. The darker the chocolate, the better. With dark chocolate with some sea salt, very good. Well, bunda, black grapes are delicious. I do like those, and I like berries more than like strawberries. But when I was baking it at the time, it was a gift for somebody, so they preferred strawberries. And Stormy, you know what? I would never turn around any baked goods that you're gonna mail my way. Oh, I feel like this is a silly but important question. In the chat, say if you're a cake person or a pie person. Like if you had to make a life or death choice, cake or pie, which would you choose? Technically, red velvet cake is chocolate cake, but it's delicious. Either way, I do like red velvet cake. Okay, so we already got. Okay. Zoe and Clark, both psyching for cake. Philly's down for pie. Munda, I don't know what you're looking for. Pastel gooey. Oh, cake. Going the distance. I used to love that song. Okay, and so it's pretty even so far. One, two, three. One, two. Oh no, it looks like pie is loose. No, wait, three. No, that's three for pie, three for cake. I like cake for various reasons. Like, you can't have cake more than just for like. Depends on the type of cake, but I feel like it could be more than just like a celebratory reason. Like cake with tea. Like, you don't need the icing. You just get like a nice, you know, baked cake, maybe like a dense, thick cake. Slice that down. Have a couple bites of that. Nice sip of tea. Very good. Goes very well together, in my opinion. Cake with icing. You could do the fillings in between. Like, for my birthday, I baked my own cake, and granted, I kept it just a basic yellow cake, so it was basic. Because I didn't know like if anybody else wouldn't like chocolate, but I used to love to swirl the various types of cakes in between. But so I did a basic yellow cake, and then I got a raspberry jam filling, layered that in between the layers, and I did three layers, and then I did a buttercream icing on top. But I've also done like cakes with whipped cream icing, and I've done cakes with cream cheese icing, which is art. I would say is super easy to make. And then you know, you add the seasonings and decorations. It's all good. Yeah, Nicholas. Like, it's just like having like something sweet, and then having something like a little bit more bland to cut that sweetness. Because you could also do it with coffee, but I prefer tea. I'm honestly not a big fan of ice cream and cake together. I'll have the ice cream, but if I have a choice, I would do it separately. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Will Munda. Nothing wrong with sports and radio. I remember a time before the internet, and all I had was the radio. Uh, so Tina Love, I baked my own cake because I was having friends gather, and I enjoy baking. And I actually would have did the food and cooking the food all that day, but my mom wanted to cook the food, And so, like, that was her treat for everybody because they all love her cooking. She made like pastelillos. She made like a beef pastelillos, and which is like empanadas for those who don't know. And then she made a seafood version of that, and then arroz con dulces, right, and like also a crab salad and some other food. Sweet plantains that she made. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna put everything on her. So I decided to bake the cake. Plus, I hadn't baked in a long time, and I was like, I wanted to. So I like making my friends be my test subjects. So so I decided to do it. I will say, like, one year I tried to make an ice cream cake for myself for my birthday, and and that year I was in a relationship, and that person I was dating did not know how to bake or cook. So the point of the story is, I tried to make an ice cream cake for myself, and I invited them over, and it was it was a disaster in the sense that I knew ice cream needed to be frozen, and I had the genius idea of making like putting peanut butter on the outside of the cake, because I was like, I was gonna do the ice cream cake and I have like a chocolate cake, so it was gonna be like two types of chocolates, and then I was gonna do like the peanut butter on the outside, so it can kind of be like a reverse Reese peanut butter cup situation. And it was hilarious because I did not let it thaw when I took it out the freezer, because I had frozen the thing, thinking ice cream needs to be frozen. So when I took it out and I go to, blow out the candle, I grab the sharpest knife I can, and just the tip barely barely got through. I have a photo somewhere where it's just like this knife just stuck straight into a cake and could not cut through it. And we had to wait like an hour before it could thaw enough just to cut a slice. And even at that, the slices were like, you're very, very firm. Oh, we're talking about seafood. So I got distracted about my own story. Oh, see, Ms. Lint had her own little power move going on there. Zoe, once it thawed enough, yes, it was edible. It just took a while to get to it. That's true. As long as it's edible and good is what counts. It could be a little bit firm, but if it tastes good, that's what really matters. Okay, so we just finished episode 10. I I mean, we're actually 2 episodes away from the finale. Do you peoples want to continue on and just cap off the show? Well, season 1, that is. Knock out episodes 11 and 12. I agree with Storm. Empire Records, Small Rats, Chasing Amy, they're all good movies. And they actually show like his different style filming in regards to like Mallrats and Chasing Amy, very different styles. But as far as Kevin Smith going, oh okay, so we're all good with finishing out season 1. I am game for that. All right, so we're moving on to episode 11 and 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're on episode 11 now. Haha. Look at it this way, Nicholas. We're giving you that motivation to power through and keep on marathoning through this show. Although I know you already like it, but still, motivation is always key. I remember the movie The Craft, and I was not a fan of the movie until the end. Like when they started turning on each other, then I started liking the movie. But prior to that, I was not a fan of The Craft. I don't know if that movie holds up though. Nicholas, what are you cooking for breakfast? Right now, everything like about food is like stupidly intriguing to me right now because of my fast. So please tell me in great detail what are you making for breakfast? That is a very interesting fact about the craft, by the way. Yes, I agree. Yeah, they did remake the movie. I haven't watched the remake, so I don't know how it holds up. Yes, Bunda, your 90s facts are fantastically awesome. And but you know what? I figured I'll give a moment to shine and share with compliment others because it's only fair to let others you know take a compliment. But Bunda, you have great facts. I enjoy your facts. Hmm. Hmm. Yes, Tina Love, they will clarify if Arthur is crazy or not. So that's part of the appeal that I loved about the first few episodes. Which is so funny to me. Zoe, you love getting the spoilers, but you're not dropping any spoilers. I respect that. Nicholas, you're making my night. Denver omelet with sausage and a lightly toasted sourdough bread spread with butter and biscuits covered with homemade white gravy. Dear God, man. God bless. Well, Morris, I actually used to love Stone Temple Pilots. That was the first album they had. I used to just listen on repeat. Oh, you're having that for dinner. Okay, I just thought for some reason like you're prepping for tomorrow's breakfast, but still, breakfast for dinner is delicious. I've done breakfast for dinner before, and it's fantastic. I have never done chicken and waffles officially, though. I have done like a eggs Benedict, uh, but it was like this monster size eggs Benedict. I went to a place called Hash House A Go Go in Orlando, and the biscuits were like the size of like half my head. It's just like they're huge. You get two giant biscuits, and then what they would do is they'll take deep fried breaded chicken breast, stack that on top of the biscuits. They'll put some eggs on top, like poached eggs. Get the Benedict dressing, which I think is like a aioli. I could be wrong. And then they just drizzle the entire thing on top of it, and they have like a vegetable, like celery or something like that on the side. I don't think it was celery or something else, but it was fantastic. Uh, well, Morris, if you're asking me, I would say Nirvana over Third Eye Blind, Tool, and Weezer. So you think I'm gonna break on my fast? Well, even if I break on my fast, I have to like be conscious and eat like healthy afterwards because I don't want to shock my system. Uh, well, Nicholas, Tool in the '90s was a very popular group. Um, how would we describe their music? I mean, it was definitely rock, but like, was that new age electronic rock? I feel no on that. I love that statement. Science is not an exact science. Grunge, new age metal. I think that's fairly accurate. Yeah, Schism is a good choice for a tool. It's probably one of their more popular ones. That torture room is with Ms. Lint is turning into 50 Shades of Grey in there. Wait, Will Morris, that was actually a song? Well, she does have a type. Although her ex husband seems to be the complete opposite of overkill. Oh, thank you, Tina Love. I would love to take the credit, but the credit goes to the peoples in the chat. They are holding this conversation and keeping that going. They are definitely fun people to talk with. So all the credit to how interesting this chat is deservedly to the peoples. And these are facts. Will speaks facts. The chats rarely stay on subject, which I'm okay with. Dot addressed the elephant in the room between Miss Lint and Overkill. Listen, Zoe. Yes, that's I use that phrase a lot, but it's only to bring it back home to the conversation. Because of all the side subjects that we go on to, I feel like that's the best phrase for me to use to like just bring it back. So I have no regrets of saying I digress in, on, or around this chat conversations we have. Ooh, everything's coming to a head. They're Tick and Arthur are going to stop or try to stop the VLM. Overkill knows where Ms. Lint is now, and I'm already jumping onto episode 12 because I know we're all jumping into it. So, well, that's my fault for assuming, Zoe, but I do use that phrase a lot, so I think it's a fair assumption. Yes, literally going to a head. Okay, we'll continue to push on. You don't think about it, but like waiting for something just takes forever. Even like 8 seconds is feels like eternity. I was gonna say that yeah, you can have the music playing in the background as you're chatting with the group, Bunda. Use the music as a motivation for the chat. Get you in the mood. What kind of mood? I don't know what kind, but I'm just saying. Oh, you only have your phone on you. Oh, gotcha. That makes a little bit more sense. Well, actually, no. Depends on what app you're using on your phone. Like Spotify should be able to play in the background, especially if you like mute the video. I think you can make that work. See, I'm curious if Zoe has a particular brand of wine. Like I don't have a particular brand. Well, no, that's a lie. I do have a favorite brand of wine. It's called Vampire. I enjoy that wine a lot. Oh, box wine. It is very cost effective. I've had box wine. It's very cost effective. Now, if I had a choice between wine or mead, I'll do mead. I like honey, the honey wine. And my favorite kind of mead right now is Viking Blood. Oh, the Terra's not happy. Hmm. Ha. It's a dick move, but it's funny. The terror's secret ingredient to his worldwide popular soda is that he's been peeing in it. 1 drop per bottle. That's hilarious. I feel like a giant T would not be a functioning flying vessel. Hmm. Go, Walter. Look at him go. Ha. Ha. Oh, it's a lowercase t. That's cute. Welcome back, Zoe. You had to get some pastries. Which ones did you get? All of them. Will, I actually wanted to do like a pastry competition with the other guys in the NerdTots group. Uh, but I actually changed my mind because I was like, the only kitchen that they were willing to do that was going to be in my kitchen. And that worries me. So yeah, I don't blame them. If I was working at a place and there was a buffet of delicious desserts like that, I would be down for that tasty treats. Not in the face. Not in the face. Interesting. Not trying to take over the world, but trying to take it back. Interesting. Okay, so I'm down like 7 liters now. It's gonna be an interesting night. Nicholas, you made cookies already? Wait, did you make them from scratch or were they like the pre-made cookie doughs? Welcome back, Bunda. Was the song still good for you? Nothing wrong with the pre-made cookies, Nicholas. It scratches the itch or the need. I may actually click that link later to check out that song. Ooh. It looks like that superhero agency may be making a comeback. But to find out for sure, we'll have to get to season 2 of The Tick. Alright, so people's honest opinion. We just finished season 1 of The Tick. How's everybody feeling about the show? Alright, I'll click the show. I'll click the song for you, bud. Let me see here. I gotta pull it up on here because I don't want like any copyright strikes or anything like that. So I have to pull it up on this way. Because I am curious. There we go. Go up a little bit. There we go. Oh, the song's turned the page. Oh, but this is live. Okay. Saxophone is a good instrument, and I do remember this song. But if I delete the stream, Bunda, like people can't enjoy or see the joy that we had afterwards. Yes, I do remember the Metallica cover. I still have was it the Metallica album was it's like all done in orchestra, which I actually like that version of Metallica with the orchestra instruments. All right, see, I'm liking the positive responses so far. Like everybody's liking season 1 of the Tick. I'm happy that you're happy because it makes me feel like I'm being a positive influence. Yeah, the S&M album. You know what's funny? I used to go through a phase where I would listen to a song and then I would immediately try to find a AMV, anime music video where they just took that song. And for a while that those videos were like very popular to see being produced and I would get lucky and find those songs. Nowadays not as much. But anime music videos just seem to work for me. Like the crosses of anime scenes mixing with songs. Like I can imagine Turn the Page being done with maybe Trigun or Cowboy Bebop. I can respect that, Philly. You know, when you have a good first season and jumping into second season, it can be a little bit daunting in the sense that will they live up to the task of what they did before? I'll have to find a good one for you, Bunda. Maybe I can find one for Turn the Page. I remember there was one where it was sh- uh, shot through the heart, but you're too yeah. With it was using scenes from Cowboy Bebop, and it was actually really. I remember that one being a pretty good one, but I have to find some other ones. Nothing else matters. Yes. And they're all. I actually prefer most AMVs not with DBZ because they end up using all the same scenes. So I actually like ones with random characters or oh there is one with Turn the Page with Cowboy Bebop. I have to check that out. See if it is gonna be good. Trigon was classic. I was a big fan of Outlaw Star. I used to love Outlaw Star. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to search my AMV classics and find a good one because I feel like there's some ones out there that are really nice. You have just listening to this. I just rekindled my joy for AMVs because now I definitely want to listen to these and look for them. Thank you, Bunda. You have thrown me down this rabbit hole. Oh, I stand alone with Vegeta. I could see that. Cannon Buster does sample a lot from Trigun. I can see that. That reminds me, I also need to watch the new anime that they released, Yasuke, which I think my brother mentioned it. It's based on a real person, like a black samurai in real life. So I still got to watch that. Okay. But on that note, I am not going to start episode 1 of season 2 of The Tick. Not tonight, because I want to give my brother a little bit of room to catch up. But next time we do this, we will be watching more episodes of. Well, actually, I guess that'll be next Friday. We'll watch more episodes of Bad Batch, episode 3, and we'll start up with season 2, episode 1 of The Tick. Tomorrow, as I promised, I will do the Castlevania. So if any of you great peoples in the chat want to join me for Castlevania, by all means, come by, stop by. We'll have fun chatting away. I'm going to be starting from season 1 and powering through all the way to season 3. Well, if I can make it through. But yes. Plus, if I can't make it through all the way to season 3, we know what we'll be doing next time. I did ask him. He said, not yet. He's got to build a level of trust with you, Munda. That, and he has to check to see when his subscription is going to expire. So that may be a factor because right now it's technically not his. It's like, I think it's Kim's. And I think that's because of her phone plan. But I digress. Bringing it back, it's tomorrow, Castlevania, 12:30. I'll be up and ready. If you guys want to watch it, check it out. Munda, one day I'm gonna hook you up with those sites that you don't need the Disney Plus, so that way you can still be on Plus with us. Other than that, everybody, has been a blast hanging with you. I lost my train of thought. It might be the fact that I'm running on the 7 liters of water. Next time, y'all make me something good to eat. I'll take anything you want to make me. But much love out there for y'all. As I always say, continue watching anime, expand your minds, and just be excellent. I love y'all.